The two most common forms of Islam today are Sunni and Shia. Not all fit neatly into either branch of Islam, however. One interesting example is the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, which is considered distinct from either major form of Islam. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Community is a branch of Islam consisting of tens of millions of Muslims. Ahmadis are named for Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, the founder of their religious movement and the man that they believe was the Messiah. In this sense, Ahmadis believe that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was the metaphorical second coming of Jesus Christ. This differs from mainstream branches of Islam, such as the aforementioned Sunni or Shia, who believe that the second coming of the Messiah will be the resurrection and the return of Jesus of Nazareth himself. The Ahmadi Messiah is also referred to as the Mahdi. In mainstream Islam, the Mahdi is a figure who will come and end disunity among Muslims and prepare for the second coming of Jesus Christ. As opposed to other Islamic branches, Ahmadis believe that the Messiah and the Mahdi are one and the same. Other Islamic branches, however, reject the idea that there can be any new prophet after the Prophet Muhammad, as he is seen as the final prophet in Islam. The Ahmadiyya movement began in 1889 within British-controlled India. It was called a revival movement within the Islamic religion. This is because the followers of this movement saw it as a return to what they considered true Islam. There was a schism in 1914 which led to the formation of two sects, the other being the Lahore Ahmadiyya community, named for a city in modern-day Pakistan. The Lahore Ahmadiyya community, unlike the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, do not believe that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was a prophet at all, but instead only a reformer. Because of this distinction, Lahore Ahmadis are more consistent when compared to mainstream Muslim beliefs. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community, on the other hand, believe that their founder was sent by God to end religious strife, warfare, and to promote virtues such as morality and justice. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad penned 80 books in his lifetime, most of which can be found online through the official website of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. These books range from defenses of Islam in response to predominantly Christian missionaries to theological arguments specifically in favor of the Ahmadiyya branch of Islam and their beliefs. According to Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, the teachings of a number of foreign religious leaders and saints converge into what Ahmadis consider true Islam. These teachers include Zoroaster of the Zoroastrian faith, Abraham, Moses, Jesus of Nazareth, the Hindu god Krishna, the Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu, who founded Taoism, and Guru Nanak, who founded Sikhism. Given similarities that the Ahmadi community find between the Buddha and the Islamic Jesus Christ, some Ahmadi consider the Buddha to have been a prophet. The Ahmadiyya branch of Islam rejects conversion through coercion, meaning that conversion cannot be forced upon someone through pain of death. Instead, the defense and spread of the religion must be through dialogue. The community is maintained and expanded through an institution called Khilafat, or a caliphate. This is the line of religious leaders called Khalifas who were established to succeed the Prophet Muhammad according to Ahmadis. An area of disagreement between other forms of Islam and Ahmadis concerns the death of Jesus. Most branches of Islam contend that Jesus was not crucified, believing instead that he ascended to heaven alive and well. The Ahmadi, unlike some forms of Islam, believe that Jesus died a natural death. They believe that the idea that the prophet Jesus is alive in heaven implies that Jesus was in some way a divine figure. According to Ahmadis, that idea is too close to Christianity. In the debate between evolution through natural selection and creationism, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community chooses both. They believe that humans evolved, though that natural selection was also guided by a divine hand, that God pushed one lineage of life along to become human. Human intelligence is believed to have been divinely granted as opposed to having evolved from random mutations. As they believe in evolution, they do not believe in young earth creationism. However, they do not think Adam is simply an allegorical figure. As opposed to being the first human, they view Adam as the first prophet. The Garden of Eden is not seen as the place where humanity originated, but rather the place where Adam was appointed a prophet by God. This is in contrast with some other religions who associate Adam and his wife Eve with the original sin. Instead, the Ahmadis believe what others would consider Adam's sin is instead a lapse in judgment rather than intentional. In discussing what some religions call the original sin in the fall of man, the Ahmadi writer Dad Hanif references a popular quote by Alexander Pope in defense of Adam: "To err is human." There are even differences in the ways that Sunnis and Ahmadis translate the Quran. These often reflect their differences in interpretations of the holy book that they share. This includes their views on the death of Jesus. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community is considered entirely separate from mainstream Islam. to the point where fatwas of kufr, meaning proclamations of unbelief, have been placed on this branch by other Islamic religious leaders. While the Ahmadiyya are still Muslim, there are many interesting differences that make them distinct from more mainstream forms of the religion. Their unique approaches to religious figures like Adam, Jesus, and the Buddha make the Ahmadis a fascinating branch of Islam. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for future content. I'll be going over all sorts of different religions on this channel. If you have anything to share about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community or religious studies in general, please add your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.